All right, welcome back to the show, everyone, and good morning to you. I hope you're having a good day so far. It is the end of the month, and we have a ritual around here. In case you're new, let's see. We are doing NB80's Volume 3 now. We had a little mix-up last month with 1 and 2 kind of being blurred into one episode. I'll never fully understand what happened there, but we got to move forward, you guys. So we're moving on to 1984, 1985, NB80's Volume 3. And then later tonight, I'll be coming back with a reaction to NBA Inside stuff. I got to pick out a random episode. I got to say, those are hard to find. So I don't know how many more of those I'm going to be able to find, but hopefully it doesn't run out anytime soon. But I guess since we're doing it once a month, it is what it is. It'll happen when it happens. But it would be great if even NBC could just post all of these onto YouTube and just, I don't know. I think that would be awesome if they did that for the fans. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the end of the month. Today we like to kind of just kick back and enjoy some old classic basketball stuff. Nothing too stressful. Just a good old fun time. And then tomorrow, back to the grind of real life. So today we're gonna kick back and just it's a day to smile. Anyways, you guys, this is coming to you from the NBA YouTube channel, the official one. I'll be linking this video down below in the description. There you'll also see a list of channel members. Shout out to each and every one of you. And quick shout out to new channel member, KP. Welcome aboard. I hope you like that Larry O'Brien trophy next to your name. I really appreciate the support, you guys. Another example, I guarantee you, the NBA Inside Stuff episode I react to, obviously that's going to get copywritten by 20 different songs. And cool thing is, though, if I'm going to get copywritten by some songs, it is kind of cool that it's usually 90s alternative bands or hip hop artists and stuff like that. So it is kind of cool. I'm contributing to somebody in a weird way. Anyways, you guys, let's do this. Like the video if you could, I'd appreciate it. Happy end of the month, everybody. Thank you for being here for me. I'm always looking forward to continuing this. Let's go. Might be the highest George ever jumps. Not there. There. I think the guy was so excited. I don't know if he's ever jumped that high before. By the way, 42 seconds in and I already want to play NBA Jam. I don't know what it is. These guys just get the aesthetic perfectly. Oh, crap. 84, 85. It's MJ. Dude, it's the 84. It's time for the 84 draft.
NB80's, the Sixers followed Moses to the promised land in the 83 finals.
I said 4-4-4.
The Fabulous Forum was the LA hotspot. But some of the sideline fashions were a hot mess.
If it still fit him, and if it wasn't falling apart, that Doug would wear it.
Shooting stars were lighting it up across the league. And as the 83-84 season approached, a towering new talent was about to
say I'm too young to have watched enough of Ralph Sampson before he got injured. I know all about the Twin Towers. I've seen a couple of those games from back in the day, but man, I think he's a lot better than There
was a new sheriff in town. David Stern took over as commissioner.
What's interesting about David Stern, the first year he came to a net game, he knew our names. We were announcers.
Wow.
And over the years, what has amazed me with him is he knows everybody in the league.
He had a plan to grow the sport and put it in a lot of different homes and put a face on it.
And then the league started to grow, and it didn't hurt him that he had, Magic and Bird.
Yeah, you asked for one, he got two faces.
Doc and Kareem, guys like that could really sell the product.
A drink of water? Okay, I taste it first.
You told you,
I want to taste it. Yeah. How do I know somebody didn't put something in it?
Frank Layden. One of the all-time characters.
This character was
guys. Anybody else watch Dazzling Dunks and Basketball Bloopers? This guy was the funniest part of it.
So the 84 Coach of the Year.
Calm down. You know what I mean? Just calm down. You got a little excited there, all right?
Jesus.
Oh, Frank.
What the hell?
He certainly was one of the funniest people in the sport. I mean, you'd be on the floor laughing.
You don't realize it. All these years I've been undercover. All these years I've been undercover.
When you did
He's more of a comedian than a coach.
games with him, he was really trying out for your job just in case his didn't work out.
What I remember most is
Oh my God.
just the one-liners. You couldn't wait to hear what he had to say because the guy was hysterical.
Did you pay for that seat? All right, keep talking then. I just don't like to hear from the freebies.
Oh my God, that's great.
McNichols Sports
He
Arena
paid for that seat. All right, say what you want, man.
is the place. Nuggets basketball
Times
action
have changed.
is the happening.
Maybe it was the altitude or the fact that it went into 3 overtimes. But the Pistons and the Nuggets put up the highest scoring game in NBA history.
If you like scoring, you've come to the right place.
Insane.
I remember I didn't see it. Like, you see, like, the replay now, but you'd hear about it and you'd, like, read about it, like folklore.
158, 157. You ever seen one like this?
That's all
Wait,
I know.
158, 157. Tell me this was overtime.
It was those guys just running and gunning.
This is unreal. This is unreal.
They probably play no defense.
I look at like they are, though.
really need to play good team defense.
Defense in Denver?
This is the highest scoring game ever in the NBA.
Are they still playing that game? They're still going, huh?
They're still playing.
A second to play, and now it's over.
You think about it, could have been 200, I know, if people would have made free throws.
Coming up next on NB80's.
Anybody who knows that game, did that go into like quadruple overtime or something crazy, or was that 48 minutes and they put up all those points?
King of New York.
I wish I would have had a scoring mentality like a Bernard King.
It was like he'd get 40 in his sleep.
60 on the Nets on Christmas Day.
Yep.
60 is a lot of buckets.
Bernard King, he was that dude. He was that dude. He had some problems preventing him from being exactly who he I don't know how to say it. He had some drug issues and he had some injury issues. I'll just say it straight. And it's unfortunate because Bernard King could hoop with the best of them from all time.
Back to NB80's Volume 3. At All-Star
84.
Weekend in 1984, the NBA Slam Dunk Contest made
Larry
its
Nance.
debut.
That's Papa
First
Nance.
dunk contest, Larry Nance. Who the hell is Larry Nance?
Larry Nance? Yeah.
People really need to go back and watch that
I only know Larry Nance because of the dunk contest.
dunk contest.
Magic and Isaiah were there, and they had on like these fancy Converse velour sweatsuits, and everybody was like Doc, and his kids were there.
Throw it up against the basketball, catch it, rock, cradle, and then dunk.
And Larry Nance,
That's awesome. He's asking the kids what he should do.
You know who the hell this guy was, and he's like doing all this crazy stuff, and he's like 6'10", his head was like at the rim, and you're 6'10", you shouldn't even be in a dunk contest.
There's one dunk that stands out for me.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
basketballs, one in each
Doink,
hand.
doink. I mean, this is back in the beginning, you guys. For those of you who are a little younger, probably none of you are here anyways. But if there's one or two of you who are younger watching this, yeah, this is like the beginning of the dunk contest. So everything was for the first time.
Yeah.
That was an upset, too. I don't think he was supposed to beat... Was it Dr. J?
I mean, Dr. J was such a superhero, and when he missed the dunk, it was like...
If he hadn't missed, I think he might have won.
I'd resented Larry Nance forever, and I will always resent Larry Nance for beating Dr. J in that dunk contest. I never got over that.
That's crazy. Actually, Dr. J looks more surprised than anybody. He's like, oh, crap. I got to bring my A game.
Contest would take All-Star Weekend to another level. But the same couldn't be said for the Legends Classic.
Yeah, I remember the Old Timers game.
Oh.
And I remember it didn't last long.
That's not a good look.
Oh, man.
And I'm glad they stopped that. It's not great to see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's dangerous, actually. It's dangerous to put these old dudes out there on the court.
Time basketball players get out there and try to act like they're young again.
Yep.
Your mind is telling you to do things, but your legs just won't do them. So it is slow motion at times.
You can't get in a track meet with these guys.
I mean, I'm 42 and I'm already feeling some of that. If I'm on a basketball court, like my brain knows exactly what to do, and then my body's like going 50% the speed that my brain is. It's really frustrating.
Now that was ugly. It was slow motion.
It was fun to watch, and there were a
that's
few
a shot.
tackles, but bad idea.
If you want to get into the pros, you have to go out every day and play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Show up to work every day.
Sugar. He was a 6'5" point guard.
There wasn't nothing for him to go out and have like 20-something points, 10, 12 rebounds, 15 assists.
Ooh, what a dive.
You knew you had a great point guard when you ran hard down the lane because you knew you were going to get the ball.
You know, he was, you know, with all this, and he had like that, and he'd lay up in the lane.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Sugar left a sour taste with the defending champs in the first round of the playoffs.
We had the equalizer. We had Michael Ray.
There's one guy, Michael Ray, that's really pumped. Bad pass by Irving, intercepted by Michael Ray. He's doing everything tonight.
We dominated the series. He just took over like, you know, the great ones do.
He shook it off to me. I got a few dunks that I hadn't even named yet.
Another great play by Richardson. Dawkins, and the Nets are going to do it.
They're going wild. It's like they won the national title.
First round MVP.
Not quite. Actually, it would be Bird and Magic fighting for a title for the first time since their college days.
They won the East, we won the West. So it's like everybody just get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
Yep, we finally get that NCAA, was it 79 rematch?
There's no...
that laugh.
Get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
There's no greater way to give a face for sports unless you have a rivalry.
It was the perfect thing.
It was.
Magic was in LA. Larry was in Boston.
Two outlaws that didn't get along.
I hated him. I hated Larry.
I mean, the beautiful thing about it is it brought two completely different like cultures in the United States together to watch something because they're all supporting their dude, whether it's Magic or it's Bird. It's brilliant that it worked and it was real and these were the best and they met in the freaking finals. Like, it's perfect for the NBA that something like this happened. Everyone's watching this.
It just went like that. There's no other word to really use.
How am I going to choose between Magic and Larry and the Lakers and the Celtics?
Everybody's so excited, and the Lakers have control of the series. They win in Boston in Game 1. They've got Game 2 won, and they throw it away.
James Worthy was a little nervous, man.
Worthy will inbound to Magic Johnson. Worst comes to worst, the Celtics will have to foul, and there's a steal by Henderson who lays it up and in.
Was this James Worthy's rookie year then? Fresh out of North Carolina?
In Game 2, but a bad pass.
No, 82. Okay, so this might be his second season.
Pass by me.
Worthy threw the pass across court. Gerald Henderson steals it.
Over to Worthy, and it's picked off. Goes to Henderson, he lays it off of him. For a minute there, I could hear Johnny Moose going, Henderson steals the ball.
Leprechauns are alive and well, man. And don't ever let anybody tell you. Just like Santa Claus, alive and well.
To Worthy, to Rambo. He should go the distance.
Rambo.
I love it. The clothesline from Kevin McHale on Kurt Rambis.
He ran into Kevin McHale's arm, and Kevin McHale says, you know, wait, I was just trying to say, hold on, don't shoot the ball right now.
This is the 80s hook. You get that right there, that could change your whole denture game. Higher!
Yep.
And you could also tell Kevin McHale wanted nothing to do with him afterwards. As a matter of fact, he's like this. They told me to do it on the bench.
Typical Celtic.
Oh, man.
Back in Boston, the Celtics turned
to refresh my memory, I'm pretty sure no one got kicked out, right?
Up the heat, literally.
Friday, June 4th, 1984, and the temperature at game time inside the Garden was 97 degrees Fahrenheit.
Laker locker room was sometimes 105 degrees, 110.
The great air conditioning that they had in the Boston Garden at the time was to open all the doors up in the balcony and have the ushers breathe fast.
Chucking down the court.
It was hot, it was musty, it was stinking.
So all you smell...
I mean, to be fair, it's equal, though. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people said that this was a tactic, and I mean, it might have been. I don't know. It might have just been like a let's see who's tougher kind of tactic. But all I'm saying is, if it was that hot, and it's obviously that hot, look at all this. Excuse me. Then Boston suffered just as much as LA.
And there is basically sneakers, fans, and hot dogs.
The Boston Celtics are the NBA World Champions.
When the Lakers lost to them in Boston, and then you see all those fans come out on the floor. It's
wild.
like, is that really necessary? Dude, can they get a rope?
They did everything they could possibly do to win. And I like that mentality. It's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
As we're talking about a dynasty, here's where it is, right here. That's the dynasty.
Much more on that rivalry when NB80's comes back for 1985.
Yep, that's where Bird got his revenge.
This is NB80's Volume 3.
This is great.
I'm Michael Rappaport, and I mean, growing up being an NBA fan in the 1980s, one of the things that sticks out in my head is the hairstyle.
So glow.
The hairstyles were...
He's got that...
questionable.
So
Kelly Drapuka. Kelly Drapuka had like a perm and an ill, thick, Magnum PI mustache.
It looks like Frank Zappa, if anybody knows who that is.
Which probably tasted crazy because it was like just hanging over his lip. Oh yeah.
I meant the hair, not the...
Dudes started shaving their head like Xavier McDaniels, like that
X-Man.
accentuated how scary he was. He had eyes like those crazy eyes. I liked Xavier. I was frightened.
That's true. If X-Man had like a big old fro or something, it wouldn't have the same effect. But like that bald head, something about it combined with his eyes, dude, that's one scary dude. I wouldn't want him staring into my soul.
Nothing.
Ooh,
Michael Cage was a scary dude. I might be calling it wrong. It wasn't like an all-the-way Jerry curl. There was definitely like chemically enhanced hair, Michael Cage.
Yep.
Jack Sikma, I don't know what you call it. It was like a Farrah Fawcett kind of thing with like a curl pressed into it. Like he had a perm. That's a perm, right?
Is that a perm?
Larry Joe Bird was straight up rocking a mullet. Larry Joe Bird wore a mullet in the NBA, and I don't know if he was doing that to say, yo, I'm that good and I'm gonna wear a mullet, but his hair game was just off the chain. There it is, AC Green. See, that's a dude who actually had a Jerry curl.
I have the best hairstyle in the league.
Oh,
and then he cut it shorter so it didn't kind of look like, oh, maybe he's just got an afro that's kind of sweaty. No, that's a Jerry curl cut down into something else. And I know guys didn't want to guard you because no one wanted the Jerry curl juice on them.
The oil.
No one wants that.
Yeah.
It's a basketball game, buddy.
Oh my God.
And then
combined with the sweat, it's like water and oil. That's got to be a dangerous court to play on.
One day in June that would change everything.
Welcome to the 1984 NBA College
here we go.
Draft.
You knew it was a new era was coming in.
Those guys were all instrumental in their teams getting better.
The Houston Rockets select Hakeem Olajuwon.
Olajuwon had on a tux.
Hakeem comes up in his prime suit.
I'm not sure if that was a suit or if that was a bunch of pieces of suit that he found that he could still fit into.
Portland selects Sam Bowie, University of Kentucky.
When they looked at Sam Bowie out of Kentucky, Sam Bowie was nice. He was incredible.
I always say it. He looks like Ben Simmons to me. That face.
It seemed like a good idea, but it wasn't.
No, it
The
didn't pan out.
Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I remember Portland took Sam Bowie instead of Michael Jordan.
I don't know. You guys think that Michael Jordan guy is going to be good? Maybe Sam Bowie's going to have a better career.
Good college player comes into the league, and unfortunately he gets hurt. The other guy,
69, Michael Jordan in for the left to the hoop. Right on through her.
he turned out okay.
The round mound of rebound.
By the way, I'm just letting you guys know right now, because of that poll, I am 100% going to react to the entire 1986 Game 2 Bulls versus Celtics game. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Charles Barkley wore a burgundy suit. I mean, just bizarreness. Where you get a burgundy? You can't even buy a burgundy suit. It's illegal.
As the next generation of stars arrive, one would depart, leaving some very big shoes to fill.
I remember Bob Lanier, beautiful hook shot, great body, good turnaround jump shot.
Just a good guy, really a good person. His teammates loved playing with him.
We were all a little
reluctant to initially tease him about his feet because he's so big.
I don't know where I was, and I read these big old headlines.
Size 22.
Lanier's feet came in to the gym at 7:45, and Lanier got there at 8:30.
The biggest foot on any human, I think, right now, at 22. I don't know if they made a shoe that big. Actually, what they did was just give them shoe boxes smashed together.
You know,
hey, what size shoe did Shaq end up having?
It looked like a 2x4. You know, I could have fit the family in there in the old days.
He had big shoes, but big fella could play. He was good.
I'm a great player, not young, but great.
With his playing days over, Bob stayed close to the game as an ambassador for NBA Cares.
Nice.
If you can hear me, clap once. If you can see me, clap twice.
Always looking for the next big thing, we were introduced to 7'4" Mark Eaton.
Oh, jeez.
If it makes you nervous to have someone my size in your face.
Mark Eaton was the NBA lumberjack.
Yeah.
Big dude.
I'm glad he said it before I did.
Mountain Man, Mark Eaton.
Mountain Man,
First
yeah.
caveman to
That's
ever
it.
be in the NBA.
Look at that guy.
Oh, it was different times in the 80s, guys. It was different times. We said it. We said all this stuff.
It's one big man.
Mark Eaton was so big, man, if he fell down, he'd be halfway home if he lived in Hawaii.
Mark Eaton actually could play basketball.
You talk about someone being an anchor.
Good block by Mark Eaton.
His season total of 456 block shots not only set a new all-time NBA record, he single-handedly accumulated more blocks than 13 teams.
Damn!
He wasn't supposed to be in the NBA. He's supposed to be in the woods, and people were supposed to go, I just saw Bigfoot. I know I did.
I love it.
Oh, what a move by King.
B. King.
Bernard King is one of my favorite players from the 80s.
Bernard
Yeah, me
King could literally shoot the lights out.
This time goes to Bernard. Bullseye.
I mean, he used to set those games on fire back in the day, man. Man!
He had the coolest name in what, Bernard King.
Such a unique way of running.
I gotta say, when I was young, and you know how we are when we're kids, I used to think of Coming to America. Every time I saw this, I used to think of Eddie Murphy with the big old smile, and you know the fact that he came from royalty before, and they're in New York. Actually, I'm pretty justified for that.
Had the coolest name in what, Bernard King.
I am Prince.
Such a unique way of running. He had a barrel chest.
You can still see him running that left lane like a bird.
You could tell Huey loved Bernard, like in the interviews, the way he would talk about him.
And as he's coming down, it would be whoop, whoop.
Absolutely unstoppable.
It was just spectacular.
His face fucked up. He would look down at the other team and straight mean mug.
The scowl. You just have that look, that menacing look like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you tonight, little fella.
You know, he was just gonna take his points. You know, no matter what you thought, he was taking points every night. He was like a blue-collar scorer.
He'd score like 60 points, never smiled, ever.
I remember Christmas Day in '84 with Bernard King just demanding the basketball.
It's been a one-man offensive show, Bernard King against the New Jersey Nets.
60 for Bernard King, and it's by 3. You know why he dropped 60 on the Nets on Christmas Day? Because he was from New York, and he probably had 50 people in the stands watching.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
NB80's Volume 3, we'll be right back. Hey, you're watching NB80's Volume 3.
I'm loving this.
Kevin McHale, Hibbing, Minnesota.
Frankenstein?
We got Herman Munster on our team.
His whole thing, he couldn't run, didn't care about his socks, had no style, and a very, like, his hair, like, never moved.
One time I was playing against him, he smelled like garlic. I said, damn, you smell like garlic. He goes, yeah, don't get too close.
Oh,
He's got the best post moves in all of basketball.
Kevin McHale is, without any argument, the greatest low post forward who's ever played the game.
Kevin McHale's the best player I ever played against. I felt like he was unguardable offensively.
On March 3rd of 1985, the Pistons felt the full force of Frankenstein in a monster performance.
McHale got it!
I mean, a lot of you guys might not know or agree with me, but I think he's probably top 5 all-time power forwards. Like, he had it all.
56 points in the
And then he's got the rings to back it up, too. And he wasn't just like... he wasn't just like some normal number 2. What he was for the Celtics, like, I mean, oftentimes he was the lead scorer, he was the lead rebounder. Like, that team was just perfectly assembled. But McHale and Bird were both on an extremely high level on that team.
Bird told McHale he should have gone for 60. And 9 days later, Larry would do just that.
Who's top dog in the kennel, you know?
One more basket will tie the record, and McHale didn't set it more than a week ago.
You can't guard me, man. Hey, go get some more people out the crowd. Because evidently, you glued to the floor, man.
He's unconscious.
Bang!
Larry Bird scored 60.
He was so good that night that the Hawks were giving each other 5.
He's doing everything you can imagine, and the guys on the bench
oh, this game. Yep. Watch the bench over here.
are cheering him on almost.
The guys on the end of the bench is giving each other foul. I mean, what do you do when you walk into the locker room?
So I went down and
I forget that that was a 60-point game. Damn.
And all 4 of them.
Hold up.
Each other foul. I mean, what do you do when you walk into the locker room?
So I went down and fined all 4 of them.
The Celtics and Lakers.
Fratello. Yeah, he was. He was the coach of the Hawks. Oh, man. Did he really fine him?
Fight their way back to the finals, and the rematch was on. And with the 148-114 win in Game 1, Boston drew first blood.
A Memorial Day massacre.
Bird and them knew that was one game. I mean, you get excited and stuff, and it's almost to the point that he's like, did we piss him off?
We'll be back, you know. If 7-game series can be decided in one game, then it would be over with, but there's going to be 6 more basketball games.
Actually, there were only 5 more, thanks in large part to one of Showtime's unsung heroes.
Mullen comes underneath, all the way. Cooper blocks the shot.
Michael Cooper.
Anytime you see Coop, everybody just has to go, Coop.
Yep, Coop. I was watching some Big 3 basketball. It was Beasley's team versus what was it? Joe Johnson's team. Michael Cooper, I can't remember which team he's coaching, but he's coaching one of those teams. I also saw George Gervin was coaching another one of the teams. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, I'm starting to find myself watch some Big 3 ball.
Coop, I think, a long shot.
And I'm not sorry for it.
Shot.
It's funny because I wore my socks like that too to be like Coop. That's how we rocked it in the 80s. You gotta have the high socks. I love them. I mean, they're not fashionable now, Coop, but hey.
Cooper almost got cut if it wasn't for Magic throwing alley-oops.
Alley-oop to Cooper.
There was nobody faster than Michael Cooper coming down on the fast break and would just dunk on you before you blink.
You just like, go ahead, go Coop, go, go, go.
Cooper, he's gonna slam it.
Boom.
He could defend anybody.
McGee lobs underneath, and Cooper steals the ball.
My main goal right now is to make the first team all defensive team. Then my next goal after that is to stay on that until I retire.
Had a nice J, quick first step, you know what I'm saying? He was Mike Coop. He was cool.
Yeah, Bird talks about Cooper giving him a lot of problems too, defensively.
Haunted by their history, the Lakers became Ghostbusters and finally beat Boston in the finals.
Magic Johnson goes in. Doesn't get the roll, and then steal by Johnson.
Damn.
This man, Magic Johnson, played this season with a mission for the Lakers, and it's about to pay off.
3 in 6 years, LA comes to Boston and wins the world title.
Boy, when that clock sounded, oh my goodness, we were so elated.
Whenever you took down the Celtics, you had really done something big, and so for the Lakers to beat them, man.
Yeah, it feels good.
That somewhere along the way, at some time, we're going to have to plant our feet, stand firm, and make a point. And we made the point. We took that parquet floor here, and all the skeletons are cleaned out of our cot. Yes!
Haha, and I'm sure a clean closet comes in handy for Coach Riley and his fly wardrobe. And yeah, this is Fab Five Freddy signing off. Thanks for watching NB80's Volume 3.
Oh, man. That was great. That was great. Oh, yeah, see, this is now, like, starting here in 84 and everything moving on, I'm going to enjoy a lot more because I had a lot more actual real-life experience watching some of this stuff. And, I really didn't start watching basketball, like, obsessively until, like, 87, 88. But I still can, like, I can still remember this stuff because it was still shown all the time. You know what I mean? And we'd have like those VHSs that were showing all these matchups and all these coaches and stuff like that I wouldn't have got that experience otherwise. So I'm starting to feel right at home now. The first episode that we did last month, I was a little bit like some of these things I'm not really sure of, but I'm just trying to absorb it as much as possible. But now I feel right at home. Guys, y'all ready for some inside stuff later tonight? I sure as hell am. I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone and say thank you for watching. Especially stuff like this. I know this is not like the latest breaking news in the NBA or anything like that. This is more just a celebration, so I really appreciate it whenever you guys come on in and watch with me and throw comments down below and we have a conversation, because this is I don't know how else to find a community like this. I was always looking for a community like this. I inadvertently built it, but I couldn't have done it without all of you to help build it. So I'm happy with the place we're at now. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna head out. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the vid if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, and I'll see you later on for some more cool retro stuff. And most importantly, I gotta tell you, to be water, my friends. Peace out.